And we are live now on Twitch. Welcome to Star Wars Wayward Spirit. A little bit of catching up from the last session. Which, by the way, I've got no video for you today because we're having some technical problems getting the chat system to operate in Roll20. So we're using Hangouts as an alternative solution. So when we last left the party, they had tracked down a friend of Dr. Van Quadric's, Lorelei, to a planet called Senelia. This is a planet that is in the same system or in the same area as Zygeria, an area that's well known for slave trade. And on Senelia in particular, it's a planet that's not only known for slave trade, but for its frequent use of blood sport and the use of slaves in blood sport, a very brutal place. This was likely a trap that had been laid for Lorelei. It did in fact turn out to be a trap that was laid for Lorelei. And after the trap was sprung in an old temple that is in an abandoned part of the main town on Senelia, all kinds of chaos broke loose. The temple became filled with dust. No one was able to tell what was going on. Andon got knocked out in his effort to kind of float over it in his rocket boots, got knocked out and thrown away to the side. And that's kind of where we left off last time. We are picking up this time an undetermined amount of time later, not a full day, but several hours. IG has been carrying Andon into town. They're not able to locate Cosket at all. They finally, however, have stumbled across Rhea, who had come along on this trip with them. Rhea being a Twi'lek female that's part of their crew, and who had insisted on coming along. They are able to stumble across her, and as we pick up the action, she's running down the street trying to get their attention, waving at them, and Andon is just now coming to. And she runs up to them in the middle of the square in a very busy marketplace here, and she says, Cosket's gone. I'm not sure what's happened to him. He was there 1 minute, and then he disappeared the next. I was coming into town with him, trying to convince him to go back and look for you all, and she says, I don't know now what to do. And she looks around and she says, where's Kira?
Great question.
Possibly a more important question. Where's the ship? Is it still where we left it?
Did you all leave your droid on the ship?
I thought we left the droid on the big ship, whose name I forget.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tripod?
Yeah.
Tripod, yeah.
Yeah, I think he's on...
Yeah, he's Rebellion property, so we left him behind.
Okay, so you left him behind.
So,
I mean, you can go and check on your ship if you want to.
Well, let's find Kara first. And we can steal something to get off-world if we need to.
Okay.
Yes, we did. We didn't take a space bus.
You brought the Spirit with you.
Yeah.
And Tripod's back on the Liberator is the name of your ship.
That's right. Well, yeah. Spirit later, Kara first. And then I guess Cosket.
Back to the building, museum, temple, whatever it was.
Well, because... Yeah, why'd you carry me out of there?
Everybody ran. I didn't want to leave you there, so I carried you out.
Well, I appreciate the gesture, but we do need to go find Kara. Am I hurt?
You're not seriously injured. I mean, you can stand up and start walking around on your own now if you want to.
Do my rocket boots work?
Your rocket boots are not functional any longer.
Well, that's unfortunate. Do you want us to roll Destiny?
Yes, and give me just a second before you do that.
Mm-hmm.
I want to make sure the pool's been reset.
And then you have to find Kara so she can repair your rocket boots.
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty close to the top of the list of why.
Are you for real?
I said close.
Okay.
No, this is going to be a bad game.
Why do you say that? Oh my gosh, this is beautiful.
It's looking good for you all right now.
Oh, it's beautiful. That's as good as it's gonna get.
Yeah. Or to put it another way, it's all downhill from here.
Yeah, basically.
Pretty much.
Matt will only grow in power. Andon is going to... He can't find people with the Force, but he's going to try to take a second and clear his head and see if he can detect Kara trying to find him or something like that.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your Force die.
This should be good.
Yeah, so you can spend that light side point if you want to.
Yeah.
And this really is only even possible because of the familial connection between you and Kira. You can tell that she's nearby. You don't sense at the moment much else about her. It's almost as if she's asleep, or what you would expect from her if she was asleep. But she's not like off planet or anything like that. You can sense that she's somewhere in the city still.
Okay.
And is alive.
Good. What do you think, IG? Where should we look first?
Say we make a slow circle around the perimeter of the temple in the surrounding buildings to make sure she's not hiding there. And then I guess we go clear the building and see what's in there.
Yeah, I guess that's probably our best bet.
Okay.
Even if she's not there, at least we can make sure she's not there.
So as you head back out, it's clear it's been several hours since you'd been to the temple. And of course, IG is aware of this, that it's been about 2 or 3 hours since you've been to the temple. And as you head back out, you can see all kinds of evidence that there were a lot of vehicles and things that were there that they've all kind of moved out and left. A lot of rocks and things like that disturbed. You can see tracks, all kinds of things. But as you approach it, you don't really see any evidence of people left in there anymore. But you're still standing on the outside.
And I doubt she'd be asleep inside, so I guess the question becomes, if the Imperials took her, well, she probably wouldn't be asleep. If the bounty hunter took her, she's not of much use to him unless he's selling her to the gladiators or something like that, so maybe we should head that direction? Thoughts? I'm not quite in my element here.
I'd say we either go door to door and search the buildings around here, like, immediately facing the temple, or we find someone on the street who may be able to give us a clue.
Yeah, let's find someone and ask them.
All right, so you're looking around, and you just catch out of the corner of your eye. I don't know if you remember from the last session, but there was this young boy that Koskett spoke with that gave you a lot of information about the temple, and you just catch him as he's kind of running around the edge of one of the buildings nearby.
All right, Andon's going to come up to him and be like, hey, we need your help. Have you seen anything lately? Did anyone come out of the temple and leave in a certain direction?
He says, yeah. He says hundreds of stormtroopers and somebody that appeared to be in charge of those stormtroopers, and all of these shuttles came down, all kinds of things. They took one of your friends.
Okay.
Which one?
I think they took her off planet.
Okay.
What did she look like?
Was it a little tiny angry girl or a great big angry girl?
It was the little tiny angry girl.
Did you see what happened to the great big angry girl?
The great big one. I think the bounty hunter took her. I think he took her to try to sell her at the Coliseum.
Hooray for hunches.
She was
All right.
unconscious.
Well, we get to beat somebody up over this. Let's go. Do you know the general, like, which way people go, where people buy gladiators, or is that all spread out?
He says, well, there's nobody buying gladiators today. There's a huge program that's being put on in the Coliseum.
I guess we're heading to the Coliseum. I don't know if I have any credits to give you, young man.
You probably have a few.
Yeah, I'm going to throw whatever I've got at him, which is probably like 3.
All right.
Hopefully that's like 6 meals here. I have no idea what the exchange rate is.
He says, are you going to try to rescue your friend?
Darn right.
He says you should talk to Bosha.
Bosha?
Yes. Yes.
Who is Bosha?
He's an Ithorian. You'll find him. He usually hangs out in a certain part of the marketplace. He knows the comings and goings in the Coliseum better than anybody else, and he hates the slavers. He'll probably help you.
All right, sounds good. Thank you so much.
And he says, "Have you got a map?" If you hand him a map, he's going to mark on that map exactly where you can go to find this guy.
Awesome. That's super helpful. IG, remember that, because I'm probably going to be too busy being angry.
All right.
Someone's
the
listening
map.
to a Disney movie. Sorry, I heard the Disney movie stuff in the background.
Oh, yeah, that's my kid. He just watched Elf. He's
It's
never
probably-
seen it before.
Uh-oh.
Never seen Elf.
Neither have I.
Yeah. You
Oh,
need
we
to
should
see
watch
it.
that.
You need to see it.
Let's
It's
watch
good.
that tonight.
Andon still has all his weapons, right?
Yeah, Andon's still got all of his weapons.
Oh, good. Good. And 3 stim packs and 2 frag grenades.
He's got 3 stim packs, 2 frag grenades, all of his weapons.
Oh,
And,
he's going to crack his knuckles and start stomping over toward wherever it is we need to go.
And Rhea is just kind of running behind you as quickly as she can, trying to keep up. Because I'm assuming you're in a pretty big hurry, trying to
Yes.
move as fast
Oh, yeah.
as you can. And you see monitors. There's some big program that's going on. You can see on the displays about every 10 or 15 minutes they drag these new, sometimes it's animals, sometimes it's humanoids, that kind of get drug out into the middle of the Coliseum, and they have them fighting each other. They have animals attacking them, just all kinds of things. And as you approach the area of the marketplace, you immediately spot. There's just one Ithorian that in the area, and you immediately spot him. He's just sitting, kind of on a bench, watching people walk by.
I'm just going to holler Bosha. Run up to him.
Bosha. Bofa.
Yes, Courtney.
Sorry.
And he looks at you and he says, "You're the off-worlders."
Do we stand out that much in a trade planet? But okay.
Well, between your droid and the stories that are being told about what happened over at the temple, it's pretty obvious who you are.
I don't remember exactly what happened, but I'm pretty sure it was awesome, so I'm glad they're telling stories. I've got a question for you. I was told that you're not into this whole slavery fighting thing.
No, I'm not. I and some friends of mine have been trying to do what we can to undermine the slavers and their systems, but there's a limit to what we can do.
Okay, so you probably know a lot about the situation. So here's my question. I need a service entrance to whatever's going on at the Coliseum.
He says a service entrance.
I have seen enough hollows that I'm sure that that's where my sister was taken, and I'd rather get there and have, you know, the big hulking war droid and I show up as the next opponents for her when she's in the arena than be stuck in the audience and have to jump down and help her.
And
I figure we just cut in line ahead of whatever Nexu cat they're going to send in there, and
so he says they have your sister.
that's my best guess.
They're probably putting her on the program for today somehow or another. You're probably right about that. He says, but he says, I think, and he smiles a little bit, as best you can recognize an Ithorian smiling. He smiles a little bit, and he says, I think I have a terrific solution for you. And
okay, I'm listening.
His his grin gets a little wider. And now we're going to switch over to Kira.
Andon also has solution suggestions because Andon just remembered his glider's still on the ship.
All right.
All right. So Kira, when she begins to emerge into consciousness, she finds herself in this round room. It has several large metal doors to it.
Okay.
There is a monitor up at the top of the room, and it's actually more like parallel to your eyes, and it's probably about 12 feet round, something like that. And in the monitor, you can see these same games that I described a moment ago going on.
Boy.
They've just finished one contest, and they have these big whole figures in robes with these horrible looking masks that kind of bring prisoners out onto the field and that drag bodies off and clean up between, they're all kind of, these figures are all kind of doing these things right now, cleaning off the last from the last contest is what you see on the monitor.
Okay.
But there's not much else that's going on in there at the moment. There's no other people, nothing like that.
Do I have all my armor, my clothing, my weapon, and my necklace?
You have your clothing, you have your necklace, you do not have your weapon.
Okay, I have my clothes though. They didn't put me in rags or anything.
No, you're still wearing the same things that you were wearing when you were knocked out in the battle.
Oh God, my weapon. Where's my? Oh boy. Okay. I'm gonna stand up. And is there any like gates or something I can peer through in these walls and these doors?
No, this is like a totally enclosed room.
Oh my gosh. Oh boy. Oh hells. Oh goodness.
The ceiling, the round ceiling, is perfectly flat. The floor is kind of this rust. Everything looks very old and dingy. And go ahead and make a perception check, an average perception check.
Okay. Da, 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 da. Wow, I suck.
And that's okay, then. You don't really notice much else about the room at the moment.
All right. So these are all doors, right?
There are a couple of doors that look metallic that are on the edges of the room.
All right, I'm gonna go up to one of them and kind of put my ear up against it.
Okay.
And do I hear anything?
All right. This time, make an easy perception check.
Oh my gosh. Wait, hold on. I can just use force and see if I feel anything.
Yeah, you could do
on
that
the other
as
side
well.
of the room.
You have the sense ability?
Yes. If I can
Okay.
find where my force abilities are on my character sheet, I apparently can't. Yeah, here they are. Yeah, I have move, I have sense. Alright, I'll use those 2 light side to do the range. Just to sense if I sense anything alive.
Okay, so we're going to increase the range from what would
Engaged to, I think, short.
to short.
No.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's you've got 2 light side to spend, and that'll get you from engaged to short.
Okay.
You can't really. You have this vague sense that there are lots of people nearby. You don't know how many, but none of them are in short range, and that's about all you can make out.
Okay, I'm just gonna start screaming. Like, banging on the doors, like, I don't know, just singing some annoying song or something.
Okay, just
the
anything.
Anthem of the Republic.
All right.
Yeah, she's gonna start singing the anthem to the old, the Republic, like, oh, glory to the stars! Really off key.
Okay.
All the stars burn as one, and like banging in tune with it. No offbeat.
Okay, so you bang for a minute or so, and when you pause to catch your breath, you hear like some clanking, like some mechanical clanking.
Oh boy. Okay.
And then you kind of hear this hum, and all of a sudden, this disc roof above you begins to kind of recede and slide off.
Oh, okay.
And as the disc roof above you begins to open up, you can begin to hear the sound of cheering coming into the chamber.
No.
And it's not just cheering; it's like chanting. People like chanting something, like all in one voice, all kinds of different voices.
Sucks. I'm sorry, I watched too much wrestling.
Any wrestling is too much wrestling.
I'm sorry. Go on, Matt. I'm sorry.
That's all right. That's all right. And now the floor begins to move and push you upward.
Oh boy. Okay.
And into light.
I will not be afraid. 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 Okay. Awesome.
And so that you come up and up, and now you suddenly become aware that you're not just in the Coliseum; you are like out on the floor in the arena part of the Coliseum, and this disc just kind of pushes you up until it kind of stops flat underneath you, where you're level with the ground. Right now, there's some kind of force field that's between you and the rest of the arena, and you can see now go ahead
a
and move
giant
you into
animal.
there. Oh, not just one giant animal.
Oh my gosh, no.
There are multiple creatures, and these hooded figures are all kind of bringing them out. They're kind of barking, shrieking against these restraints that they've got them in. And they're slowly, one by one, being released from their restraints as these figures move away. And you can now see about a half dozen other figures approaching you from. Well, let me describe a little bit more about what this arena looks like. You can see the pool that's very clearly some kind of acidic substance.
Okay.
That's designed to add to the entertainment factor for these games.
Oh boy.
You can see an entrance over here. This is the entrance that the hooded figures kind of come in and out of. You can see over here a shielded doorway. This appears to be where they bring various creatures. This is, for example, is where all these Albecs came from that are about to be released. And then there's also, interestingly enough, a service entrance that is shielded that's over here. That looks like where they would bring in cargo or bigger things when they needed to bring vehicles, tracked vehicles into the ring that don't have grav capability. And then finally, as you're looking around, you glance behind you, you actually see a waiting pen where there are all of these combatants that look somewhat unwilling. A lot of them you see slave collars on them that are waiting behind a screen. But they're also kind of screened off where they're not able to enter into the arena. And there's now about half dozen of the figures that are kind of approaching the force field where you're located, and they appear to be trying to kind of activate something that they think might deactivate the force field.
Oh no.
But it's clear you're kind of the center of attention right now, so...
Hello! Hi, how are you? So what's that device look like that they're using?
This like some kind of pole that I'm finding it hard to GM when you can't see me. I don't mind that I can't see you, but I'm finding it hard to GM when you can't see me. But they've got these poles that they can kind of stick down into the ground and then turn, and they activate devices that cause
like
things to come up and go down and move around and all of this underneath this surface. And right now it looks like they're trying to attach to something that's going to deactivate the force fields.
So in this force field, I can't really do anything outside of it, yeah, with the force?
You could try to do something outside of it with the force, yes.
Yeah, why don't I look at that thing that they're trying to activate or whatever?
Okay.
Why don't I look at that?
I wonder if they're having trouble because they aren't taking back one Kadam to honor the Hebrew god.
That could be it.
What is Indiana Jones?
Raiders of the Lost Ark, yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that device. Wouldn't it be funny if it just skittered across the way into an Albex, like just blow up?
Okay, so what are you trying to get it to do?
How many people are there with these sticks?
About a half dozen.
Alright, so I'm just going to look at the one that looks the weakest, the kind of scrawniest looking guy.
Okay.
Alright, and I'm gonna close my eyes and I'm gonna focus.
Okay.
And I'm going to try and, not making a lot of movements.
Yeah.
Try and shove that guy away. With force.
All right. So we're going to use the move power for this.
Yep.
And you can go ahead and make your roll.
All right, let's do this here. Move. If I can find anything today. Yes, Taylor, that's what I was... Alright, so I'll, Okay, thank you, Taylor. He just has to hand me the Force of Destiny book because I can never remember the rules for move very well, even though that's like the one thing I do all the time.
So the basic one is going to activate a small object, Silhouette 0, and then 2 strength upgrades will get you to Silhouette 2.
And he is what, Silhouette 1?
Yeah, so you only need a 1 strength upgrade. And
okay.
Then you can use, if you wanted a range upgrade, or you could use a magnitude upgrade to affect 2 of them.
If I can shove, how would it work if I wanted to shove that one little guy toward the Albex?
Okay.
And just have one of the Albex eat them. I'll use that dark side point. I'll take my conflict.
What range are they at?
If you want to shove one of them, you could get him to they're probably at long range right now. I mean, this is a pretty large But you could get it. You could shove him to medium range with the upgrades without spinning a dark side, I believe.
Now, if I spent the dark side, can I shove him into one of those?
You could shove him where he's right under one of their noses if you spin the dark side.
I'm gonna do it.
But I'm warning
you. Have magnitude?
I think I do.
Yeah, you know what? No, you're under enough of a threat here. You're not going to get another conflict for that. So
I got hurl, pull, manipulate, and strength. Yeah, magnitude is just
means you have to throw them one at a time.
Yeah, I'm just throwing one. Also, your mic got really loud all of a sudden. Yeah. All right, so I'm going to take that one conflict, right?
Yes.
And the destiny point.
Right.
There we go. So I'm going to throw that guy into one of those.
All right. So he goes flying back to where he's in front of this one right here. And it kind of growls at him and then pounces on him. And you could just kind of see his limbs flailing underneath it as it just kind of attacks him there. And the crowd goes nuts. The crowd just goes nuts when they see that. Like, yeah, this is what we came to see.
I should feel really bad about this.
Nah.
So what would Andon do?
So another one kind of twists his rod a little bit and gets it going, and the force field goes off. And there's 5 of them that are left now. 3 of them start walking away, but 2 of them are actually walking towards you. One of them very tall. One of them very tall. One of them roughly a little shorter than you.
I'm gonna throw my hands up, like the Chris Pratt with the Jurassic World thing.
Okay.
Trying to calm him down.
And the Albecks just kind of slowly begin stalking towards you now, and you can actually hear the announcer. You can hear an announcement being made asking these people to withdraw that are approaching you. At least that's what it sounds like in the language, but they're not withdrawing.
I bet they're evil.
No, actually,
let's think about this for a second.
They turn around, and
wait a second.
The robes drop off of them. One of them, a lightsaber ignites in his hand. The other one pulls out a huge HOB, and they say,
"We didn't kill one of our buddies, did we?"
No, you didn't. You didn't kill Rhea, if that's what you're worried about.
Thank God I didn't accidentally kill Andon. Oh my God, Andon, I could have killed you.
I was sorely tempted to have him make an opposed discipline check against you after you did that, but I didn't.
We didn't kill one of Bosch's buddies, did we?
And no, you didn't. You didn't.
Oh my gosh.
But what Boscha did do was give you the inside information you needed to get in and disguise yourselves as these guards, which gets you out onto the arena floor. And you've got all your weapons. You managed to retrieve her weapon that IG is now carrying out of the storage lockers that are in the room, and we are now ready to roll for.
Boy!
We're ready to roll for initiative with everybody rolling cool.
Hold on. Wow. Forgot to clear up my pool from the last time.
And if you all have something cool you want to say after the big reveal, feel free to throw that in.
I just like to point out that Andon would not just shrug off the robe; he'd whip that thing off Edward Elric style, like he is.
Where is my initiative at?
Combat tab.
No, I'm there. It doesn't show it.
Oh, mine does. Did you click the little thing to show hide?
Yeah.
Okay, now click on the word initiative. No, I'm.
Oh, what is it? Cool.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Kara's gonna grab her staff as IG throws it to her, all cool like.
Okay.
And she's gonna look badass doing it.
Let's retreat to the back side of the pool so that they can't come directly at us, and that buys us more time to mow them down.
I could just like pull them into the pool.
Also, yes, because I'm sure they're going to run around very near it.
IG, you should get up on the top of this like pillar. How tall are these pillars?
No, because I doubt they can gnaw through IG. I should get on top of the pillar.
I'll stay down here, and you guys can.
What kind of acid is that? IG, would that eat you?
I wouldn't recommend IG
go.
go. I wouldn't recommend you jump in there. It looks pretty nasty.
I was going to say toss one of those poles in there, see what happens to it.
Like bubbling steam, that kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm not going in there.
Jeez, IG, what good are you?
Well, I won't be any good when you two are left here alone. Okay. So who wants to go first?
Well, you probably should while they're far away.
Alright.
That will affect future planning.
Okay, and those guys are at long range, or are they medium range now?
I'm going to move them up to where they're considered medium.
Okay.
Some of them kind of stalking around the edge of the pool as they come towards you.
Okay, so
Craft wall, Taylor.
Sure.
Golly, as many times as I've done this, I can't remember. Is auto fire, is that an upgrade or a difficulty increase?
Just an extra purple.
Yeah.
That's right. Alright. So I will do that. Perform the true aim maneuver here and let fly and see how many of these guys I can get. Alright. I'm just going to kind of back around this way.
Okay.
To cut a few of those guys from a direct line on me and fire at this
okay.
group here, I guess.
Okay.
Alright.
All right.
Wow.
So that's 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 points. But, and you get a crit. But I think you can't trigger auto fire because you only have one advantage.
Well, you can trigger it instead of a crit. You can use the
I
triumph.
think I'd rather do that.
Okay. All right. So
all of them are dead.
You immediately mow down two of them with your shot. Then.
Okay. And with that, I say,
all right, so that huge shouts come up from the Coliseum floor when they see that you've got this massive automatic weapon, and the Albecs are just like getting thrown back 20 feet when you hit them, and just left kind of these smoking husks. And they love this, although you can see some of the officials are a little bit worried about what they're seeing, that are kind of standing along the edge because they realize what's happening here. But the crowd loves you.
all right, after I take my shot there and step around the back, I'm going to use my freebie there. I'm going to tell Kara to go let the other guys out of the pen.
Shouldn't we wait until after these guys are dead?
Well, let's kill the beasts, then let the people out, and then when they send in more goons to stop us, the people will have more of a chance. At least that way they can die fighting other people if they're going to die.
Oh, you people are too soft, but okay.
Well, we are literally flesh.
Also, we have emotions. IG.
It can be a liability, but you have to understand it comes with the territory.
Yeah.
All right.
Would you like to whip some into the acid? Do you have a magnitude upgrade?
I don't.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. No, I have manipulation.
Well, that doesn't help us here.
So what? These are silhouette 2? Or are they silhouette 1?
They're silhouette 1.
So I can use draw closer.
They have to be at short range, don't they? Or is it medium?
I think it's medium.
Holy crap!
Yeah, medium.
Oh my god.
You could pull some of them right through the pool.
You overpowered piece of
Yeah,
garbage.
make a lightsaber willpower attack. Add force die. Alright, so what do I have? 3 force die? Right? Yeah. Jeez, I'm kind of OP, y'all.
I'm suddenly feeling inadequate, and I have a gun and a sword.
Well, I mean, that's good.
And 6 agility to use with both, and I'm just like, what am I even doing here?
This is called draw closer, right?
Yes, let me get my...
We're gonna crit 6 times.
Yeah, I could crit 6
You could
times.
crit plus 90 on one of them.
Oh my god, I want to do that.
You'd only have to, well, if depending on what they are, that might plus 90. So if you roll a 60 or higher, they're just done.
Alright. Spend force pips to move the target 1 range band closer or to add success to checks.
It does say 1 silhouette 1 or smaller.
Yes, so I'm going to pull this guy, number 3. I'm
All
going
right.
to run over to IG.
Okay.
Go
And so
pull him.
you kind of pull him, and he just kind of his body's just kind of drug through the pool. And
So you just drop him in halfway?
Yeah, can I drop him in halfway?
Because each pip's a range band, right?
Yeah, but
So
then
just
I
use
can't.
one.
But then I can't do damage.
I think that'll be taken care of. Don't you? Don't you think the pool will probably take care of that for us?
He's gonna suffer though.
Then why are we doing this plan in the first place? Or, fine, drag him all the way through the pool and then put him out of his misery.
And then kick him back into the pool.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to drag him through the pool,
All right.
stab him with my lightsaber, and then push him into the pool, basically.
Well, you can't force push with draw closer.
Okay. Well, okay, I'm gonna pull him to the edge of the pool, basically. Alright?
Okay.
So he's there, and I can shove him with my lightsaber pike while he's in the pool.
Okay.
And then, yeah.
All right, so he comes skimming across the pond towards you. He reaches the very edge of it, still moving at a pretty high velocity, and it's like a baseball bat hitting a baseball. You swing at it, hit it right over the jaw, and then it goes falling backwards into the pool, and just kind of vanishes in this puff of smoke and boiling smoky green nastiness. And you notice that's kind of like it splashes a little bit out of there, and it's kind of burning a little bit at the rocks that are just inches away from your toes.
Okay, I'm going to scoot back a little bit.
If it makes you feel any better, it probably went into shock immediately and can't feel any of this.
All right, I'm gonna scoot back a little bit. I'm just gonna like take a step back. All right, and then I guess with all those advantages, I could give Andon a boost or 7. I'll give Andon a boost.
Well, I'm not going to use it for shooting. I hope I can still use it. Yeah, next check. Okay, sweet. How many boosts do I get?
Well, there's got to be some kind of limit here. I'll say 2.
Okay. How tall are these pillars?
Probably about twice your height.
So, about 9.5 feet.
Can I coordination to the top of one, or would that be athletics? If I like wall run up it?
Yeah, I think it's got to be an athletics check.
Okay, scratch that idea. Too tall for me to just cartwheel up the side, so I'm really...
1 second.
Well, it's only twice my height. If I get a good run, that's not that tough, is it?
Oh, too bad I can't.
To grab onto the top and hoist myself up?
Too bad I can't.
Well, you've got your force die committed, right?
Well, that doesn't help my athletics.
Yeah, his athletics is a strength check.
Yeah, I can uncommit it and then I get a force pip to it, but what check would that be to get up 6 more feet than I can reach?
I mean, there's a lot of handholds and things on these columns, so I'd make it an easy one.
Oh, okay, yeah, we'll do this. I'm going to uncommit one of my force die, the one that keeps me from getting hit. Put the pistol and lightsaber, or the pistol away for a moment at least, and basically sprint over to this column and try to parkour my way up it.
Okay, and now that is an action to do that.
Yes, I understand.
Right. Okay.
So I get a force die. I'll use Destiny point, and that's an easy check, and I get 2 boosts. I can't not do it. It's Andon. There we go.
And you didn't not do it.
And
so Andon is now on top of the column, his duster flapping in the breeze. And
yell parkour.
And, thousands of creatures of all different kinds of species are kind of behind him, booing at some of them, booing at the move, some of them cheering.
Hopefully, no
on
girls
the albesques.
flashing Andon.
Yeah.
I'm going to use my additional maneuver to redraw the gun and kind of do a little flourish toward the crowd.
All right.
Make sure the cameras floating around are getting your good side.
Yeah, this is the good side. I'm going to point at the one side of my chain like, that's the good side. That's the money side right there. And then kind of point my cutlass at one of the Albecs like I'm doing a fencing duel with it. Just like, where it's like I'm leaning backward and looking down my face at him. That's all for me.
All right. So this Albec is going to run and kind of take a leap and a swipe at Andon. He's going to have 2 setback die because of the fact that he's having to make a leaping swipe.
I uncommitted the wrong die.
Whoops.
Stupid 10-foot jumping creature.
And he can't really get completely up there where he could knock you off or anything, but he can get close enough to kind of swipe at your feet, which is what he's doing here.
All right, I'm going to activate dodge.
Okay.
Which will upgrade that check once.
All right. And here we go.
Oof.
Toothy jaws.
6 damage, but he kind of hurts himself as he falls down to the ground. He kind of stumbles a little bit. But that's a 6 damage attack, pierce 2.
Okay, I will use parry. That'll remove 4 of that. And I have 3 soak, so I only take 1. Awesome.
All right.
Darn it, if I hadn't been wearing ankle socks, he wouldn't have got anything, but...
All right, so this Albec right here just kind of furiously runs, jumps at the edge of the pool, lands over here, kind of skitters and turns around where he's engaged with Kira and threatening her, trying to prepare to attack her.
This guy over here?
This one right here.
This jerk. Apparently can't click on anything. Wait. Okay, I can click on this stuff.
And as that happens...
Oh, that's why.
As that happens, 2 more of them come running out of the doorway.
Oh my gosh!
Over here.
Annan's gonna mug to the crowd and be like, "They need a little more variety in their beasties, don't they?"
Andon.
Yeah, and at about this same time, you can definitely see, like, kind of along the edge, there's several security personnel that are kind of furiously barking into comm links and gesturing and trying to get people to move. But the crowd is just going nuts. They're so impressed by this display that's in front of them that nobody really wants to kind of be brought under control and made to leave and all of that sort of thing. And we're ready to start another combat round.
Oh boy.
I think Kara or IG should probably...
Yeah, you want me to try and kill this thing next to me here, IG? Maybe I should do that real quick.
Yeah, you do that, and if you don't finish him off, I'll help you out.
Alright. Let's see here. I'll whack him with my lightsaber. Like, can you use draw closer if he's...
Yes. You can just use all the pips for successes rather than moving him.
Okay.
It's sort of a add spell power to your melee attack sort of deal.
Oh, I might need some difficulty on that.
You had some, but it was probably the wrong ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not right. I'm sorry. I got to clear my pool, my GM pool.
It's okay.
Go ahead and re-roll.
Average, unless he's adversary.
It's average. He does... Let me see if he has an adversary one.
Or does he have any melee defense?
He does not. He does have a 1 melee defense, so you do need to add a setback.
Setback. Alright. No adversaries or anything.
Right.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... 14 damage.
All right, so you slash at him, and he goes flying backwards and lies on the turf defeated, much to the delight of the crowd.
Stupid piece of crap. Alright, IG.
Alright.
If there's a camera looking at me, I'm going to give it a very dirty hand motion. Whatever the equivalent is of shooting the bird.
Okay.
In Star Wars.
That's not well received. They start kind of booing you.
Alright. I want to step here, staying off the platform so I can get a clear shot on these two.
Okay.
And same attack as last time. Oh, what range are they at now?
You can consider them at medium.
Okay. Alright. 19, and I will auto fire twice on those.
Yeah. Okay.
IG is stupid.
We're all stupid at this point.
Yeah, so both of them just get mowed down instantaneously.
Alright, and let's see. What can I do with the triumph there? Oh, you said the security guys were kind of up in this area?
There's a couple of security guys that are up here, yeah.
So could I just kind of like spray some shots up the wall and try to disperse them?
Yeah, so actually one of them kind of falls down onto the surface of the floor. He's not injured or anything like that, and the other one kind of ducks as a result of that triumph.
Alrighty.
And he looks petrified. I mean, he looks absolutely petrified now as he's trying to pick himself up. But the crowd loves that move as well. So,
Andon is going to take a good... Now, would there be a penalty trying to cut at this thing from up here with my lightsaber?
I don't think you could reach it when it's on the ground. I don't think you could effectively reach it. Now, you could wait for it to jump again and there's not really a hold action that's available normally, but if you want to do that, you can.
I think instead what I'll do is a Hawkbat swoop, since I still have that force die uncommitted.
Okay.
Also, those Allbacks out in the doorway, those are all corpses, right? The ones up in the upper right corner.
Maybe.
Okay. Well, they're pretty far away. So I'm going to just do a nice cartwheel off this thing.
Okay.
I don't need a destiny point this time. Let me... Where's my dice pool? It's higher up than I expect it to be.
GG.
However, I will take time to aim.
Okay.
Actually, I'll spend 2 strain and aim twice.
All right, I'm looking up Hawkbat swoop right now.
It's a lightsaber agility check from within short range, and you can use a pip to close with the target.
Okay.
And spend another pip to add advantage to check, but I don't think we'll need that. So I'm going to go ahead and use this, and... Oh, I better use the lightsaber tree and not just... Oh, I didn't roll the force die. 1 second. Alright, I'll spend a destiny point, and I'll take the 2 conflict to get both of those.
Okay.
Because I am still very angry.
All right, so you can just land right on top of this thing and stick your saber right through his neck.
How big
right
are
into
they?
The ground.
Are they like blurg size or smaller?
I'm not sure what a blurg is.
It's the things they ride on.
No, they're not that big.
Ryloth on the Clone Wars.
Yeah, they're not that big.
Okay. Is it big enough that I can like land on its back and balance on it and then stab it?
Sure.
Okay.
I mean,
I'm going to do a cartwheel off the pillar, land on this thing.
Oh my gosh. And
then cleanly kill it.
All right, so it just kind of collapses under your feet. Its 4 legs go splaying out, and you manage to land on your feet with a flourish. And man, you're like becoming the new Holovid star on this planet now.
I'll hold my lightsaber up, like, so that the blade's in front of my face or whatever, in like a classical pose, or I don't know. I know about as much about fencing as Andon does, so. And then I'm going to bark at Kara to get the waiting pen opened up.
okay.
All right. So, as you
and
do
I'm restoring
that,
the heck out of some strain.
as you do that, you hear this horrifying roar, howl come out of the doorway over here, and now you're also hearing the crowd kind of recognizing the sound that's coming. They begin to chant something that sounds like "Ra Qui, Ra Qui, Ra Qui," and then you hear that howl again. So you think maybe you've heard this name before, but you're not quite sure what it is. You can make a check, though, if you want to try to recognize it. But you're all kind of looking at each other. What is that? What is that?
What kind of check would that be?
Outer Rim, Knowledge Outer Rim, easy.
Easy? Okay. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh, I keep hitting the wrong freaking buttons. Outer Rim, Outer Rim, Outer Rim. Sup, what is it?
All right, so Kira knows what it is, and I'm going to let you know right now.
I'll safely assume Andon doesn't. He's not very worldly.
Yeah, Aji's not going to check because he doesn't really know a whole lot of stuff. He's just like, okay, whatever's next.
All right, so that's W. Yeah, there we go. I got it.
That was supposed to have pips with it, but it probably doesn't matter.
How much int do you have? 1?
2.
I don't believe you.
I'm a human. You start with 2.
Rockwe. Sorry, I'm just thinking of bad wrestling chants now.
All right, you should have it in chat now.
I do not see anything.
Wow. Okay.
Do I need to be on like World 20 itself, or?
No, you shouldn't.
No, you shouldn't have to. I'm going to try now. All right, I'm just going to tell you. Kira realizes as she starts thinking about it, I can see yours.
Maybe you have to do it as to Lan.
No, I don't think so.
That's all right.
All right, you can just tell me.
It's an alien word that translates Rathtar.
Okay, awesome. Awesome. Oh, shit.
You forgot what Rathtar's were, didn't you?
Yeah, I forgot what Rathtar's were for a second.
Yeah.
Guys,
and
we're boned.
Emerging out of the doorway now, you just see this huge bunch of black tentacles that just kind of come out and they writhe for a minute, and there's this huge scream, and then they go back in the doorway, and then this massive creature emerges behind it.
See, I never should have let you talk me out of the hang glider idea. I'd be leaving. I could just grab one of you and, well, sorry, IG, but you're too heavy. We'd be ghosting.
Oh, shoot.
And now
get the prisoners. That little entrance behind us is too small for it.
What, we're just going to go sit in there?
The exit to our right?
The entrance right there?
Do you have a better plan?
Oh, I thought you said where the other contestants were.
No, we're gonna go get the contestants. Contestants, really? The slaves, and get out of here.
No.
I don't think there's gonna be consolation prizes.
That was not Kara.
Nobody's
That
getting
was
a lovely washer-dryer set.
That was me, not Kara.
Like when the lady in the wheelchair won the treadmill.
No, we have to kill this thing, or they're just gonna like send all those people out.
No, we need to get those people out because I bet you some of them have other pointy things.
Do they have pointy things? Look at them.
Do they have pointy things?
I mean, like spears and swords and really crude weapons like that. A few of them, you can see them holding them.
No, they're gonna die. We have to do this. Because if we run, they're going to send all those innocent people out there. Look at them, Andon.
That's why I was going to break them out and we all flee.
No, we just need to kill this thing first. If we kill it, then it can't kill anyone else.
If I die fighting this thing, I'm going to make you pay for it.
I'm sure you will.
And it's just kind of slowly slithering in your direction while you argue.
Okay, I'm shooting while they're arguing.
Good plan.
Right, this will be the first PC slot then.
Okay.
They have small brains.
Yeah, I'll do that. So that's 21. And I'll do auto fire, and I'll use the Triumph for another auto fire.
Not even bothering critting, just more.
No.
More volume.
All right, so so you hit this thing and it shudders under the auto fire, and then it shudders under some more auto fire, and then it kind of flails around and falls behind one of the columns, defeated.
What?
But you hear at least 2 more shrieks coming out of the doorway that sound exactly like it. That seem to be coming your way right now.
They have the biggest budget for a gladiator contest I have ever seen.
Yeah, like what? I'm just some chick.
How are they going to keep
a high budget thing?
How are they going to keep those things from grabbing audience members? Or are those the lucky participants? Or do they have NASCAR catchphrases?
Oh my god.
The lucky winner in seat 11A actually got eaten by a Rathtar today. It was wonderful. The Hendersons. Did you see? They're on TV.
This is madness.
And about at this moment, you hear what sounds like a ship, the engines of a ship screaming overhead, and over the edge of the Coliseum, the wayward spirit darts off over the top of the Coliseum, and it lets off one shot kind of out into the audience, and there's this massive explosion that sends some of the participants scattered, and it's just kind of turning the entire Coliseum into a madhouse.
Who is shooting civilians?
It comes back around. It comes back around, and you hear Rhea over the comlink. It's not really aimed at civilians. It scatters a few of them, but it's not really designed to kill them. Comes back over the comlink, and Rhea says to Andon over the comlink, "Sorry I'm late. I'll be ready for the pickup by the service entrance whenever you're ready." And she kind of takes another swing back around. But the plan isn't for her to fire more, because she doesn't want to do more. You don't want to do too much damage or kill too many innocent people.
Just shoot at the doorway the beasts are coming out of, and Hannah's just gonna like pop off a pistol shot toward where the Raptor came from. Like, shoot that spot. Just suppressing fire.
She says, "Okay, I'll give it a shot," and she starts. The ship kind of takes off, and starts to make a loop, but it's going to be the beginning of the next combat round before that happens.
Okay.
No, just hover in place. Oh my goodness.
Oh, she's too excited about this. She's had
She
not
was hanging
enough.
out with the swoop gang. She doesn't know how that works. They do drive-bys. Come on.
I guess it is hard to aim the turret from the cockpit. Like, that is a nightmare scenario because we don't have direct wired controls. So,
But she is. You can tell she's been missing out on the action and is enjoying herself.
All right, so if you guys want to go let the prisoners out, I will stay where I'm at, and between me and the ship, hopefully keep these things off of us.
Do we want to... How many prisoners are there?
like half a dozen. We can get them out of here.
Okay, yeah, we can get them on our ship, right?
Yes.
I know some Hutties, I think. Yeah.
We all know some Hutties.
We all know Hutties, right? That's not like a thing.
Enough Hutties.
Can I say at least in Hutties,
We have a
with
droid.
me.
We're fine. We have a droid.
Come with me if you want to live.
I think they'll get it.
Okay.
I think when you let them out, they're going to start following you.
Okay. All right, let's do this then.
All right, so it'll be a double maneuver to get to the pin.
All right.
And there's a force field that's between you and them once you arrive at it.
Whatever will I do? Guess I'll have to make a mechanics check to figure out how to fix this.
Or just
break
elbow
it.
it like the Fonz and...
Yeah. Where's the control panel at?
You can see, like, built into the ground are these little items that they normally would stick their posts into and rotate around. And you can see some of those there. You've got a working understanding of how the mechanics on those work.
Okay, can I just break them so the thing opens? Can
Uh,
I just shove my lightsaber into each one?
I don't. Just shoving your lightsaber into it won't break it, but you
That
can.
motivator will take care of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just feel like bad motivator is such a cop-out. But...
You're breaking something mechanical. It's not like you're blowing up a rifle in someone's hands or anything.
Okay, that's true. Hard mechanics check. Let's go. Any setback or anything? No. Oh, Matt, say something.
The dark side on the check.
What was that?
He's using a destiny point on you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you cut out there. Sorry.
Am I back now?
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Oh, wait.
All right.
That didn't work. Hold
You
on.
should have rolled a red instead of that purple.
And it should
Yeah.
be more purples.
3, right? Is
Yeah. So
So
a red and two.
roll a purple and a red. Or
Are you
re-roll the whole
freaking
thing.
real? I'm doing reroll mechanics check. There we go.
There you go. It's a little straining to you, but you managed to cause the cage to come down, and you can use a free action to shout something at the people if you want
Yeah,
to.
I'm gonna be like, Follow me. We're gonna get you out of here. Freedom.
Okay. They all seem to be ready to follow you.
All right. Everyone, hold hands.
They're not kindergartners, but they'll hold hands if you want them to.
Don't go over there.
I don't think you have to tell them that.
I'm honestly surprised Andon's not automatically in love with Rhea now that she's flying his ship and
Little too intimate, and he is not. You gotta buy a gentleman dinner first before he flies ship.
Yeah, all right. So Andon's got a combat turn here. There aren't any immediately obvious targets, but he's got a combat turn.
Do these Rathtars move at like roughly reasonable speed to the point where I could expect them to use 2 maneuvers and toss a grenade with a fuse? Like a 1-round timer?
Sure, yeah.
If they... Okay. Because what Andon's going to do then is he's going to go this way, he's going to double maneuver.
Okay.
And then based on the speed the other one was going, he's going to set a grenade to a 1-round timer and kind of toss it so that hopefully they run over it or it scares them as they're on their way chasing us.
All right, show me about where you want it to land.
Probably right about there, like two maneuvers from the doorway.
Okay, all right, I'm going to put a mark there for the grenade.
And I'll roll a ranged combat check if I need to when they get there.
Okay.
If they get there.
Good. Yeah, that sounds good. So do you want to stay where you are now?
No, I'm double maneuvering, so however far that gets me.
All right. Which direction do you want to go?
Toward the service entrance.
Okay. So around about there.
Oh, that'll get me that far? Okay.
Yeah. If one maneuver got you here, which it did.
Oh, I didn't know if maneuvers got me there because I didn't know exactly what range scale we'd be talking.
Yeah. Okay. So now...
Oh, and I'm recommitting my force die.
So they come... One of them kind of comes out this way, approaching toward Andon. Second one comes out this way, approaching toward IG. And that's both of their maneuvers, but they'll be in range the next turn. And
should I do my grenade check then?
Yeah, you can go ahead and do the grenade check for this one here. Yeah.
Okay. Do they have any kind of defense or adversary that I need to?
Let's see here. They have adversary 2.
Okay. And I guess normally it's a short range weapon, so it's difficulty 1. So I don't know if that needs to be increased or anything that from the timing of it. Because I know it talks about grenades having fuses, but I don't really know how to represent, like, trying to judge it.
Yeah, I mean, I think what we'll do is we'll add a couple of setback because of the trying to guess.
Okay.
As to how to catch them, but otherwise it'll be the same difficulty as normal.
Okay, so 1 purple, upgraded twice with 2 setbacks?
Yes.
Okay. And... Hey!
Boom, so how much damage does it do?
Oh! My desk drawer is a mess. That is 8 plus successes.
8, that's a total of 10.
Yep. And I'll use the advantage to I guess I'm just going to restore strain in case I need it.
Okay, so this thing kind of blows off one of its tentacles, and then it kind of looks at you and roars, and this plethora of tentacles all kind of wiggle around as it contemplates exactly how it's going to go about grabbing you and eating you in the next round. And About this time, the spirit makes another run, another carefully placed shot or two at this doorway, and it just kind of collapses. So there's a bunch of rubble, and you can hear things scrambling behind it. But now it's just a ton of rubble and smoke in this area. Going to be much more difficult for anything to get through it, you think. On the other hand, you do see what looks to be an increasing presence of security forces trying to make their way down through the crowd that's trying to exit out of the Coliseum in a panic, that appear to be headed toward you and are probably within the next couple of rounds going to be able to get to the floor and begin attacking. And this is like dozens and dozens of them. And we're ready for a PC turn.
So is the spirit just kind of hovering over where we are? Or?
The spirit, after it makes that shot, it's moving over and it's starting a landing cycle just outside the service entrance.
Oh, so we have to get through the entrance?
If you want to ask her to try to land in the Coliseum, you can do that.
There's probably not. I mean, we've got acid pool and wrath towers. Let's just get out of here.
Well, IG, if you want to try to deal with the nearest wrath tower, or the one nearest to me.
Well, I was going to say, if Kara, since we're all three going together, Kara can get all the people and start moving toward the door, and I'll just kind of follow around behind.
That works.
Okay.
All right, so who's first? Is Kira first?
Yeah, I can start running those people there.
Yeah, how far can they get?
So these are all pretty good physical specimens. They can move, they can do the equivalent of a double maneuver and get somewhere around in here. Following behind Kira. So Kira's in the lead, and then they're all kind of, back around
can they,
like this.
Can they kind of, can they get behind me? So I'm kind of like the defense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So Kira's just kind of furiously waving them toward the service entrance, and kind of standing there trying to hold up her lightsaber, hopefully brandish it enough where she'll be the most obvious target if something jumps out.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
XPC.
With that in mind, I'm going to take a double maneuver and hopefully stay out of range of this one.
Okay.
And shoot at the one over by Andon.
Okay, that's definitely a long shot.
All right.
And let me check on.
You said they had adversary 2, correct?
Adversary 2, and let me see if they've got any defense. We didn't roll it on Andon's if they do, but I just want to check. They do not have any defense.
All right.
Partly because I took the stats out of the beginner game, which does not, I don't think, allow for defense anyway. So.
I never noticed that.
All right. 15, 16,
right,
17,
so
18, 19 with an auto fire.
Yes, both shots on that one wrath tower.
19 pierce 2 with an auto fire. All right, so that's going to be... Ooh, so close, but this one is not yet ready to go down. But you pump it full of a lot of blaster bolts. But these are
everywhere.
These things are notoriously tough. And that gets us to Andon as the last PC.
So, does it seem like the Rathtar, using a double maneuver, would be able to reach the service entrance in the next round?
It can get very close to the service entrance. I mean, close enough to grab something with its tentacles in the service entrance.
All right. Then Andon is going to stay where he is, aim, use a destiny point, and try to pop this thing with his pistol.
Okay.
Hoo boy. And it's the first attack in the encounter, so it gets an automatic success and a setback. And I get an automatic advantage to a successful check. So, here we go. Oh, boy. All right. So we get another success there, and the advantage and setback cancel out.
Okay, so after IG filled it with all of these blaster bolts, it kind of shook it off and kept advancing toward Andon. And Andon pulls out his pistol, one shot, hits it between the eyes. It slumps down onto the ground, and you can just kind of hear it, and you can even feel the air expelling out of it, blowing.
Well, that's good, because it means my coat's going to go flapping.
Yeah.
Oh,
And I'm standing there
as it
holding the
falls.
pistol out like Vash the Stampede, and this thing just drops.
So yeah, you can spin your blaster and blow the smoke off the end of it if you want to.
No,
So
now
does the
I'm
thing like skid and stop right at his feet?
this rumbling, round gibbering thing that rolls right to a halt.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Lucky the other Rathtar
mean-
will just eat one of the two dead Rathtars.
Yeah, once statistically it's defeated, it's just a matter of how dramatic you want it to look at that point.
And then he's going to stay there and spend 2 strain to use the guarded stance maneuver in case the other one runs up on him.
Okay. Okay.
And that's all from me, and I need to go AFK for a second.
Okay. So this one here, what is? I'm gonna have to see what guarded stance does. And he's gone.
Yeah, I don't know what guard. Taylor, what does guard stance do? It's either 1 or 2 setbacks to his
Okay.
attack
Okay.
against Andon.
All right. So it's going to run. It's got the reach ability with its tentacles, and it's going to run to the to where it's within range of Andon, and
It's running to you.
make sure I'm doing this right.
Once my PDF spools up.
Okay.
Setback. I gain melee defense.
You gain a melee
And I already-
defense, so you
Yeah,
get a
so
one.
actually
You get
I'll
a
have
defense 1.
Yeah, and I already have defense 1, so I'll get defense 2.
So you get defense 2. Okay. All right. So it is going to attack Andon with its tentacles.
Okay, and I'm going to... it gets 2 upgrades from my force power, and 1 from using dodge.
So it's a total of 3 difficulty
Yes.
upgrades. All right. Here we go.
Wait, what do you have for force?
And
I have the
to,
same thing you do, or I can commit a die-in.
to make this interesting, I'm going to spend a destiny point.
I'm going to spend 1 back. I enjoy not dying. Don't laugh at me.
No, just 4 upgrades.
All right. Let's see what happens here.
It's still probably going to eat me.
It's trying to grab you with its tentacles. It's not going to eat you yet. Yeah, so you managed to jump and spin, and they just kind of barely slide off of the edge of your duster as you jump back away from it.
Get some slime on the bottom.
But it's
Whatever.
definitely poised. It's poised to jump on you next turn.
Well, I can't jump away from it. I'm trying to hold it off.
What are they at? Medium?
They're medium from you now. Yes.
Are they silhouette
there's only
1 or
one.
2?
One of them's dead. This one's dead right here.
That other one's dead.
Yeah.
Are they silhouette 1 or 2, though?
They're silhouette 2.
Ah, crap. I can't use draw closer.
Yeah, you can't pull one of these things closer.
You can use move,
I could use move.
You could use move. Yes.
but then it might try to tentacle you on its way down. I'm good. We're good.
No,
So
I have
fine.
to save my baby brother.
This is fine.
So start of
I'm okay
this
with the
turn.
events that are currently proceeding.
start of this turn, there's a huge explosion by the service entrance.
Oh my gosh.
And you can see that the spirit has just turned its guns on the entrance and blasted it, so that there's this big gaping smoking hole in the entrance now that can be run through.
Well, I'm glad that the gate was weak enough to be blown up, but not so weak that the shot went through it and just murdered me. So that's good.
All right, Kara's gonna motion for the.
Yeah. So I picture Andon sitting there. He's facing the Rathtar, and there's this massive explosion behind him, and he like jumps, like, what in the world?
But he's like, oh, I looked really cool there.
Aria's just screaming on the comm link, though. All right, you've got your entrance. Let's rock and roll.
Sorry, I'm busy holding off a Rathtar. No matter what I do, I look cool.
Kara's gonna shout in her comms that we got travelers.
We're all set, she says.
All right. So let's see here. Heiji, did you want to shoot it?
Sure.
Okay.
Unless you want to herd the people onto the ship.
Well, that's what I'm doing right now. So how about I herd the people onto the ship and then I stand next to Andon?
That'll work.
Okay. So they'll all be within the next combat round. They will all have been able to kind of make their way up the ramp onto the Wayward Spirit while you're standing there.
What is this?
And so Kira and Andon are now standing there trying to hold off the Rathtar, and we're at the second PC slot.
Go ahead, IG. Shoot him.
All right. I want to move here next to you. And does that put them at medium or short range now?
You can decide whether you want it to be medium or short right here. It's right on the edge of that.
Okay. Yeah, we'll do medium. Say I'm shooting at him as I walk over.
Okay.
It's like,
hang on, I got to.
As I'm walking over, I just go to gun him down as I'm walking over.
Okay.
And that was horrible.
Wow.
That is by far the worst shot that since he's had the HOB that he's taken.
This is the first time you haven't hit.
Yeah.
Right,
the adversary 2 helps a little bit.
Oh boy, now it's gonna come after us. Oh boy.
Oh man, got natural marksman that only does range light or heavy.
Oh shoot! Yeah.
Oh wait a minute, I'm making a gunnery check, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hold on.
Do you have natural gunner?
Let's see. I'm looking for that. I don't know, but I do have overwhelmed defenses and debilitating shot and all kinds of stuff like that too. Wow. No natural gunner, whatever that would be. Oh. It only reduces defense rating. That's no good. Well, I guess that was a complete whiff.
Doesn't know what to do with himself.
You got an advantage.
Well, I guess I'll pass that along because it's doing me no good.
Okay. So Andon will have a boost die.
So can I wait until its tentacles reach out and then attack them?
Oh, I will activate sidestep in case the thing tries to grab me.
Okay. So what you want to do is what you're really trying to do is prevent. Well, you're really just waiting on it to attack, and then you want to respond once it moves into your range.
Yeah.
Which
Well,
is
even if its body stays back, because I saw the tentacles had short range. If it starts reaching out, I want to start cutting at those.
the tentacles look like they've been withdrawn, and it looks like it's getting ready to pounce on you. Is what it looks like. If that makes any difference to you.
Okay. In that case, is its mouth open?
Yeah. Its
All right,
mouth
then
is
we're doing
always
this.
open.
Wonderful. Then I'm going to... Now, would you call that a called shot? To try to whip a grenade down its throat? Where I'd take the 2 setbacks to my aim?
Yeah, I'm going to call... That's a called shot.
Okay.
Now, you are at short range.
Yes.
So, you're only rolling 1 die with...
It's upgraded, but yeah.
With the 2 setback, and it's still going to be the adversary.
Yep.
2.
Oh, whatever. I'll use another destiny point.
Now, the other aspect of this is you're at short range, so if it fails, it's going to fall right in front of you.
No, we can survive a grenade. It'd be okay.
I'm less worried about the grenade.
Okay.
As long as this thing doesn't bat it out of the air.
Right into my hands.
Oh, yeah, you might be able to... Oh, no, you already went.
Oh, please let there be a despair. Please let there be a despair. Please let there be a despair.
Yeah, no, I haven't lost a limb yet. I'm like, no one in this game has lost a limb.
Okay,
hey,
with
you
that,
2 are force users, so you should have lost something by now.
I've got another maneuver. Do I use guarded stance again?
Just do it, Andon.
Yeah, whatever. He's reckless, right? All right, so I will aim again, reducing that to 1 setback.
Okay.
I got all this strain for a reason, right? I already used the destiny point. And ranged light.
Matt's gonna use a destiny point. No.
Range light, range light, range light. Okay, these are pretty decent odds. Let's see what happens. Yes!
All right. So that's
Yes!
10. That's 10 points. I think you said it does 8 normally, right?
Yep. And that thing is going right down its throat.
It's gonna have absolutely no soak for this.
And I'm going to activate Blast, so I don't know. That's another 8 damage if it was next to it, but it's on all sides. So really, it should just hit like 5 or 6 times, right?
Yeah, so it's like it goes inside, and then it kind of boom, and you see kind of this flame shoot out of it, and it expands a little bit, and it's definitely it's definitely kind of jumps back a little bit, and looks like it's trying to recover itself. It's going to be immobilized for the next round, but it is going to be really, really angry if it can gather itself together and start moving again after this.
And I'm going to use the other 2 advantage to give it a setback on its next check.
Okay. All right. So as all of this is going, you notice security forces continuing to get closer and closer to the edge, getting to about the point where dozens and dozens of them are going to start streaming into the other side of the Coliseum across from you.
That's okay. They're not coming in until after the Rathtar's dead, so I'm not as worried about them.
Dang, Andon, you should learn to talk to animals. You could just tell the Rathtar to go attack them.
Yeah, you know.
Didn't you always want a pet growing up?
Yeah.
I mean, we'd always go to the zoo and...
Well, I mean, on one hand, I did always, kind of want something to call my own, and maybe that's why I grow so attached to the ships, and really this is a productive form of pop psychology that we can totally do later, because while it's stunned, you should be throwing it in the acid!
I can't, it's too heavy!
It's only Silhouette 2, you have move, not draw.
Okay, fine, I'll do that, let's go!
All right, so you want to... Okay.
Ugh.
We have a destiny point left.
No. I don't want to use the dark side. This is my core world problems right here.
Now is not the time to be agonizing about whether this horrible thing feels pain, because a lot more people are going to feel pain if you don't kill it.
Fine, Andon. I'm gonna shove it into the acid. Guess I'll also take my freaking conflict. Andon should be the one. Andon should be the one taking this conflict.
It's not up to him.
You're the one that gave in.
I swear to God. I hate all y'all.
All right, so Kira kind of gestures with her hands in pantomime as it's getting drug across the ground in front of her. It's trying to grab hold of the ground with its tentacles, but it can't. It just kind of sinks into the pool, and you see the tentacles kind of frantically writhing against the edge of the pool before they finally sink into it. And there's just this massive green cloud that floats up above it as it goes in.
Let's get out of here before we inhale that.
Yeah.
So has the whole crowd scattered? Is no one seeing this? Are there at least cameras still on?
I'm pretty sure there's really no one that's seeing much of anything that's going on.
I realized there was cameras around and we were using the Force and lightsabers.
Yes, and the cameras probably are still going because this will make good news later.
To be fair, the Empire probably already knows that we have lightsabers, and this doesn't help. Well, I guess we've been yelling our names.
Oh, yeah, well, great. Now they're going to track down Gran and Dad.
Well, I guess we know what our next thing we're doing is.
This was reckless. This was a bad idea. We shouldn't have even come.
Let's
go. Let's go. Kara's salty now. Let's go. Screw all those guys. We got some freed slaves. We're good. We can't save everybody. Let's go. Kara salty.
Is everybody else running?
Yeah, we're going.
All right.
So Aji's going to turn around and just spray the guards as he goes through the door. Right. I'm not going to roll, just for flavor.
Yeah. And so IG is the last one on the ramp to the Wayward Spirit as they kind of come running towards you. And as soon as the ramp is up, Rhea pushes go, and the Wayward Spirit takes off. And you can just see this smoldering, smoking ruin of a coliseum disappearing into the blackness as you shoot out into space.
I take it Kosket's on the ship.
Kosket is on the ship.
We'll have to debrief with Kosket later.
Andon starts screaming, like he gets control of the ship, he gets to where we're leaving, and then he just starts pounding at every surface that doesn't have a button on it and hollering.
Andon, are you okay?
No!
Why? What?
Because when I whipped the cloak off and pulled out my lightsaber, I didn't say game's over.
That's what you're mad about.
When am I going to get a chance to do that again?
Well, in all fairness, you never know when you'll find yourself on an alien world by a series of coincidences in the middle of an arena with an audience of thousands watching you.
We might be able to do it again. Don't worry, Andon. I thought you'd be mad that we risked our neck for someone who got captured. Or that, we lost... Well, I mean, we got some people. Oh, people! I gotta go talk to those people. Where are the people at?
I can be angry about those things later.
No, let's go talk to the people we freed.
I'm gonna go talk to the ship getting it out of here. So
Okay.
You go talk to the people we freed.
Kara's gonna go talk to the people we freed.
I need some time alone with my spirit. This is like if somebody else used your toothbrush. Like, even if they cleaned it really good, it's still like, well, that was weird, this is too private, and somebody else is flying my ship.
Andon, I've flown your ship.
Well,
I've also used your toothbrush once.
that is a whole other weird area that we're going to have to get into later, but I'm just going to have some time alone with the spirit to get back. The seat got moved, this is not. Okay.
She had to move the seat up and adjust the rearview mirror and some other things.
How does she drive so close?
She probably moved it back.
The inertial compensators got set to 0, which is a great way to smash into the ground coming out of a loop. So, you just go deal with newcomers.
All right, Kara's gonna go talk to the people. And be like, hi.
The contestants.
No, and be like, hello, hi. We won't be able to go back to this planet, but you guys are all free. If you guys have slave collars on, I'll try my best to get them off of you without any issues. And you're free to return to your homes or any other world. Or you can come with us because we're part of the rebellion and we have a really big ship.
All right. And,
it's honest pay. It's honest work. Doing something good.
Not much pay.
Not much pay, but we give you food.
Yeah.
Clothes.
Yeah, and over the course of the next few minutes, she's able to make out there's nothing particularly unique or different. It's just an assortment of humanoids of different ages and humans, some aliens, all of whom had been captured or taken away or sold in some way into slavery. And sure enough, there's a couple of them that are willing to be recruits and that look like they might be useful, that could serve on your ship.
Sweet. And those that want to be taken somewhere else, we will find a way to transport you somewhere else, but of course we ask that you be discreet about where you came from.
Drop them off before we get back to the Liberator.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
We'll do that.
And with that, we're going to fade out of this particular episode and do XP awards. I'm going to go ahead and move you to the contribution rank screen. Even though I don't think anybody's got recruit. Do they? No.
No.
Yeah. But we will award 20 points for tonight's session.
Yeah.
And with that, I'm going to shut off the stream. Thanks to anybody watching us on YouTube at a later point. Hope you enjoyed.
Peace out, girls.